I recently posted online a video about a woman in a bar who is attacked by three guys and who defends herself. And I wrote that I believe that it's important for women to learn to defend themselves for these kind of situations. The first comment that was posted to that video was, easy to blame women, easy to blame the victim. Which sparked this exciting video about the difference between responsibility and blame. The difference between responsibility and blame. So I do believe that women are responsible to learn to defend themselves. Which is very different from saying that women are to blame for the fact that they're being attacked. And this is something that you will find very often in business, in leadership, in management, as well as in conversations with clients or service providers. I believe that taking responsibility is about having the ability to respond to a situation. Is learning to have the ability to respond the appropriate way to a situation. When someone attacks you physically, sometimes the appropriate response is to be able to physically defend yourself. And therefore I believe that women, like men, have the responsibility to learn to defend themselves. Because as much as I would love to live in a perfect world where nobody attacks anybody, where everybody is nice to each other, etc., it's not reality. Reality is that danger is there. And it has always been there. When it wasn't other human beings, it was dangerous animals. So since the beginning of history, we've always had to learn to defend ourselves. It was a responsibility. One of them. Blame, to me, is about seeing whose fault it is. And when we're looking at whose fault it is, we're in the paradigm of someone is right and someone is wrong. There's a good guy and a bad guy. There's an aggressor and there is a victim. And as much as in some situations this may feel true, this may be true, the living in a world in which it is true, I find to be not very constructive. And I find that most people live in a world in which they see everything divided in good and bad, victim and perpetrator, aggressor, tend to recreate these dynamics in every situation, because everyone is either a victim or an aggressor. However, when we take the worldview that everyone has a responsibility in what happens to them and in the way they respond to the situations around them, it is also true. And what it does is it gives us more power and freedom to create a kind of world and life we want to live in. So what is for you the difference between responsibility and blame? Who do you blame for what happens to you? And how do you take responsibility?